morning, everyone! So today I am going to be doing a first impressions on this cushion foundation here. This is the new AprilSkin Magic Snow Fixing Foundation. So if you guys have seen any of my videos on the AprilSkin Magic Snow Cushions in the past, which I will put here and link down in the description box below, you guys are probably fully aware. I'm not a big fan of AprilSkin cushion foundations up to this point. And so I wanted to pick this one up because my issues with the other two, the black and the white cushion, were that they felt cakey. They were very heavy on my skin. I just didn't like how they applied. They got sticky throughout the day. I felt like my hair was sticking in. There's like a whole laundry list of issues I had with them, but this Snow Fixing Foundation is supposed to fix all of those issues that I had. So it's supposed to be long wearing, last throughout the day, be nice and matte, not get too oily or crease or anything like that. Without much further ado, I'm going to get into the actual application of it, which I have on my skin right now. So if you guys want to see that, stay tuned. But first I wanted to mention the sponsor of this video, which is Best Fiends. So I know what you guys are thinking, does this girl really play Best Fiends? But actually I mentioned Best Fiends in one of my videos in the past, and I actually play Best Fiends. I'm kind of addicted to it. I'm going to pull up my game itself here. I'm actually on level 112. Focus on my game. I'm actually on level 112. So this is what the actual game looks like. And you give your bugs power by matching together these same colored, I think those are fruit or leaves or whatever, and then it gives them power to defeat the evil slugs. I need to put that away. I'll finish that level later. So if you guys are curious about downloading that game and playing along, I will put a link in the description box below. They also wanted me to let you guys know that they are having a treasure hunt for the next 3 weeks, and if you collect all 15 of the hidden items, you will get a free character. And to get your first clue, go check out Joey Grossefa's video of Don't Download Best Fiends. Again, link in the description box below where I will link everything, and you will get a hint for your first clue. So yeah, I just wanted to throw this in here, something that I actually play and use, obviously, and they make videos like this possible, so thank you Best Fiends again for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead back into the application of the cushion on my skin. Okay, so I'm hoping this one is going to be better because I'm tired of spending my money on you AprilSkin foundations and then using you a couple times and not wanting to use you again. So hopefully I didn't waste my money here, but I have to say I really like the packaging of this one. I really wasn't that impressed by the black and the white one because they were just kind of simple looking. Now it does have like a matching little pink puff, which I think is really cute. And of course, oh no, inside we have the foundation, which mine is already off. And it looks like this netting. So this does have the fiber netting across the cushion, which is supposed to help disperse the foundation, kind of keep it in place and not have it do this. So I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, meaning this is packed full of foundation, or this is looks kind of heavy. I'm sorry. I don't have the, maybe I should be a little bit more objective to this because it's a new cushion, Morgan. Put that in your head. So let's go ahead and give you guys a close-up. I don't know if you guys can see this here. I'm gonna lightly push my puff into the foundation because I can already tell there's plenty of it in there and I don't want to pick too much up, so. Okay, so surprisingly that was pretty even. I pushed it super lightly, but you can see how much foundation came off on the actual cushion itself. So you guys can see that. Okay, so I've got a breakout here that's kind of rocking my chin area. I also have a little bit of marking here from a previous breakout I just had, and a mark there from a pimple that just is hanging around. So let's go ahead and see what the coverage of this is like. Woo. By the way, if you're curious, I do have dry skin, and my skin color or my skin tone is about an NC 20 to 25. In MAC foundations, I'm probably slightly closer to like an NC 20 to 25 to a 30 because it is summertime where I live. Okay, so far, this is an okay match. It's got a brightening tone to it. And I have nothing on my skin, just so you're aware. Again, it's just my sunscreen and my morning skincare, which I'll also link down below if you're curious of what I apply in the morning. So nothing too crazy, because I like to see how the cushion wears on its own without powder, concealer, or powder, concealer, or primer. I just like to see how it works on its own. Okay, so this is the weirdest thing ever. So it's kind of when you disturb the foundation after you set it down, it gets lighter, like it moves. I don't know why that would be. Let me get it close up and see if you guys can tell what I'm talking about, but it is just not sitting on my skin well at all. Rolling off my skin. Can you guys see this here? Now watch when I touch it. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? I'm not really sure what that is. I'm just gonna keep trying to blend it out. I just noticed this. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this, but the inside here, so this came sealed, had the seal on it. I think it just kind of became unsealed. Sometimes that happens with cushion foundations in the shipping process. This whole lid here is covered in an oily film. So I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. It's like oily. My whole side of my face here is a wreck, and I'm gonna show you guys close up what is going on because I'm not sure what the heck is going on. You guys see the different tones in my face right now? Like it's darker on this cheek, and then right here on my jawline, it's like patchy and light over here, and then it's dark again. And it's doing the same thing, like it's dark in here and it's all light over my forehead. Okay, so I just wiped off all of the stuff that was on my skin. I don't have any sunscreen, I have no moisturizer on. I even dabbed off any excess moisture that would come from my makeup wipe because I'm just gonna start from scratch. I don't know if it was my sunscreen that was making it peel or roll off my skin like that. I've never had that issue before with a cushion foundation doing that, or a foundation in general. I use the moisturizer, I'll grab it for you all the time. I had on my skin, this is the Garnier Skin Active Clearly Brighter Broad Spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen slash moisturizer. I've used that a ton of times. It's actually one of my favorite lightweight sunscreen moisturizers, and I also let it sit on my skin, so I'm not sure why this did that. Alrighty, so now I have the cushion all over my skin. Round 2 was a lot better. I'm still kind of waiting for this to oxidize because it does look a little bright on my skin, and I'm thinking it is going to darken up a little bit judging on how the first run went. And yeah, overall the finish is pretty nice. I can definitely tell it has a powdery finish to it. I feel like this could have a little bit more coverage considering that's kind of what they're known for, but the coverage is sufficient enough, honestly. And yeah, it doesn't look too terribly dry on my dry skin. So we will wait and see how this works. I will go ahead and do some close-ups for you guys in both artificial and natural lighting so you guys can see what this looks like. And yeah, so far pretty good. Check-in number 2 of the day. I have had the AprilSkin Magic Snow Fixing Foundation on my face for about 6 hours. I did some errands outside, so I did sweat. And this is what it looks like. So, couple notes. I actually really like how it looks, surprisingly. I feel like it oxidized well to my skin tone. I feel like it matches my skin pretty nicely. Although I do wish it were more yellow based. It does seem to have like that brightening aspect to it, so it feels like it looks a little too cool for my skin, but nothing a little bronzer couldn't fix or a little powder couldn't fix. I feel like this is definitely not a matte cushion. There's definitely a glow to my skin. I don't know if you guys are picking that up on camera. So this is not a matte cushion. I do have dry skin, so I feel like if you have oily skin, you get pretty oily with this and need to set it or touch it up throughout the day. The coverage is okay. I do see like my pimples popping out and like my red marks around my skin popping out a little bit, but overall it looks pretty nice. Also, it does feel a little sticky, not half as sticky as the original black and white cushion. This is so much better already. I already like it 10 times more, and I will go ahead and throw in close-ups here so we can go ahead and look at my skin, and then I will check in with you guys at the end of the day to let you guys know what I think of it. So it is now the end of the night. I have had the AprilSkin Magic Snow Fixing Foundation, what a mouthful, on my face now for about 10 hours, so excuse my tired looking face. It's been quite a long day. But yeah, so overall, I feel like this kind of wore off around the 5, 6, 7 hour mark. I don't feel like it lasted all day. I feel like most of it's kind of gone at this point. I also have to say it did get pretty oily on my skin. It's definitely not like the oiliest cushion I've ever tried, but definitely has a sheen to it. I don't know if you guys can really see it. You could probably really see it in my second check-in of the day. But yeah, so it's definitely not suited for oily skin people unless you set it with powder. You probably will have to touch it up throughout the day too with your powder, so you probably have to keep it on you. I kind of feel again like this is a pretty good foundation. I feel like I'm giving it more credit than it maybe actually deserves because the first two I just really didn't care for. So this is definitely better than the black and the white version. I feel like it's a pretty average wearing cushion, pretty average looking cushion. Does, you know, cover pretty well. One more thing I would like to note is that, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, I was having issues with applying it. The fact that I have to put this on bare skin for me is a bit of a turnoff. For some people, they might not care. They might actually enjoy that. Like if you have oily skin, you don't like the extra layers, you could probably just use this and be fine. But for me, or people who have dry skin that like to kind of base their face with like a moisturizer or sunscreen or something, me, I like both. This is not a layerable cushion foundation. Like you cannot. This is supposed to be layerable and it definitely doesn't layer, especially over moisturizer or sunscreen, so just keep that in mind. But yes, I definitely don't think it's anything spectacular. I say if you want to try it, if you have dry skin, if you're not necessarily looking for it to last all day, or you plan on using it with a primer or powder, then definitely check this out. However, I feel like, again, it's not holy grail material. Like, it's not something that I will probably reach for all the time when I'm looking for my skin to look flawless. It did get kind of sticky, which is why you keep seeing me pulling hairs off my face. So definitely not as sticky as the other one, but it definitely has a little bit of a stick to it. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope it was helpful if you were looking into picking the cushion up. And as always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy. And don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.